Everyone, in the last session we have discussed about the various kind of instructions we can use to instruct the computer to perform a particular task. Today in this session, let's discuss about instruction execution and straight line sequencing. So we have tried with an example which was like C is equal to A plus B. Remember? So here the same thing we have written in terms of program now. So just take some values which are holded in A and B. For example, A is equal to 2 and B is equal to 2. So the addresses are given by the locations like this: I plus 4, I plus 8. So already I have said when we are using 32-bit addressing, then the address locations will be 0, 4, 8, 12. You remember, I think. The first instruction, which is directed by I, it is saying move A comma R naught. Nothing but the content which is present in A, it will be moved to R naught. Therefore, R naught is equal to 2 now. Right? Next instruction is pointed by I plus 4. It says add B comma R naught. So B is holding 2. That 2 will be added with R naught. So R naught is already holding 2. Now B is also holding 2. Add this number. So now the R naught is holding the value of 4. The next instruction, which is pointed by I plus 8, it says that move R naught comma C. That is the data which is present in R naught. So our data present in R naught is nothing but 4. So that will be sent to C. Therefore, the result is stored in C. So these are the locations where we have stored the data and the result. So A is holding 2, B is also holding 2, and C is holding 4. Right? So 2 plus 2, 4. So this is one of the example we have taken. So now the same in program we have rewritten for n numbers. So there we have taken only the two numbers A and B. We tried to add them and store the result in C. Now the same operation we are doing for n numbers, and we are using the instruction of addition repeatedly. You can see here the programming is written. So all the addressing, it has been shown: I plus 4, I plus 8. It will keep on going. So num1, num2 till num are nothing but your data, nothing but input. You can say whatever the input you want to give, you can store here, and this is the place where you can store the final result. So n number mean you can take any number. For example, this is 2, 3, 4, 5 till n. It will keep on going. So what you will do? First you will send the num1 to R0. Right? R0 will be holding the value of number 1. Next what you will do? You will add the number 2 with R0. So R0 is holding number 1. So you will be adding second number, right? And store the result in R0. Again what you will do? You will add number 3 with R0. So you will take the next number, you will add it with R0 and store the result in R0. Next you will take fourth number, you will add it with R0 and store will R0. Similarly, it will keep on going for n numbers. So here what you are doing, every time you are using add instruction. So first instruction, it is just moving the first number to R0, and for next coming numbers, you are just taking the numbers and adding with the R0, storing the result in R0. So for example, if you are taking numbers like 50, if you want to do the addition for 50 numbers, then all that 50 numbers will be added. That means that you need to write this add instruction almost 50 times, right? So it means that you are increasing the size of the program. The number of instructions you are using are more. So that kind of programming is called as straight line program. So here the previous example, in the previous example here, you try to add only two numbers, that is the data which is present in A and B, right? It was only between A and B. Now it is like many numbers you are trying to add, that is for n numbers. When you are using n numbers, then the number of add instructions you are using are more, and the performance it is same. So you can use any number of data, and you can store here in the data section, and this is the place where you can store your result, and this is the section of the program where you need to write that add instruction many times. So this kind of programming is called as straight line sequencing. To come out of this, that is to reduce the number of instructions and to reduce the size of the program, the same program can be rewritten by using branching. So you can see here, so we have moved the first number, nothing but n we have taken, which is stored in R1, and you have taken R0 as clear. For example, so this R1 what we are using, this R1 is acting as a counter. to count the number of time you need to add. And R0, initially it is cleared, nothing but it is initially it made it to hold 0, so that finally you can store the result over here. For example, just think n is equal to 4, nothing but this R1 what you are using as a counter, it will be holding 4. It means you have 4 numbers that you want to add it. For example, just think 4 locations I'll take. I'll store the number as 4, 3, 2, 1, right? The first number you will take, right? So that number will put it in R0, right? We will put it in R0. Next we will fetch the next data, that is 3. We'll add it with 4, 7. Next we will take 2, add it with 7. Next we will take 1, that is 10. So here every time when we are adding, this counter will keep on decreasing. Counter will be keep on decreasing. So now counter what we have taken, it is R1 is equal to 4. It means that we are trying to add some 4 numbers. So first R1 is equal to 4. Now what I will do, take the value R0, the first value, store that value in R0, right? Now take the next number. When I am moving to the next number, R1 will be decremented. Now R1 is equal to 3. R0 will be 4 plus 3, which is equal to 7. Next I will decrement again, R1 is equal to 2. Take the next number, that is R0 is equal to 7 plus 2, 9, right? Again decrement the R1. So R1 is equal to 1. Next you take the next number, therefore R0 is equal to 9 plus 1, which is equal to 10. Again decrement R1. So R1 will become 0. So after this you don't have anything to perform, therefore you can stop the addition. So it means you have reduced the number of instruction what you can use here. You have taken only 2 register, one R1. The R1 is acting as a counter, that is how many times you want to add, it is saying, and R0 is used to store your result. So what you are doing, the part of the program is here, determine address of the next number and add next number to R0. You are finding the next number address and taking that number and adding it to R0. I just showed now. So after addition what you are doing, you are decrementing the R1. So decrementing the R1 means every time you decrement it. So first time we did the addition, R1 became 3. Now check whether branch is greater than 0, right? Nothing but you are checking out whether the R1 value what we have, it is greater than 0 or less than 0. If it is greater than 0, then you have to go for loop. Again you went to loop. Again determine the address of the next number. The next number was 2. Then add that number to R0. Okay, you take that number, then decrement the R1. R1 became 2. Now check out whether it is greater than 0. Yes, if it is greater than 0, then again branch back. So like this you will keep on doing the addition until R1 will become 0. Once R1 becomes 0, it is like you are exiting the loop and you will store the result, whatever therein was R0, it will be sent to sum. This is how branching is used to work, where you can reduce the number of instructions you are using and the size of the program.